Hello, kitties. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor Who news. News from in and around the Whooniverse. Well, whew, I had a busy day. Oh, man. Got to interview Sophie Alder today, which was amazing. Matter of fact, I'll have to put up a link to it, so you guys can go back and watch it. Really, really fun interview. She was just amazing, very adorable. I just loved it. It was just, oh gosh, I'm still awestruck a bit because it was just so awesome. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much, and so did she. So, and also we're gonna have to schedule sometime in the future, if it's possible, to have her back for a full Q&A panel, and that should be, oh gosh, I said I have trouble finding words, man. Oh, but okay, let's get on to the good stuff. Okay, according to informed sources on the Doctor Who set reports, the filming schedule right now as follows for Doctor Who is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They're going to be in the studios back at Rothlock, and on Friday, Cardiff City Centre, apparently. So they had just had some really amazing stuff going down on Barry Island today, which we're going to take a look at here in just a second. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and let's go right to it, shall we? Okay, remember, Omega Files this weekend is going to be the Arrow finale versus the Flash finale. Which one do you think was better? And if the folks have already watched the seasons, we may even get into that a little bit. Which season you thought turned out better, between the two shows? And it's just, I like to get away from movies, Doctor Who and all that every now and then, because I like to keep a little variety going. Plus, there's other shows that I really like, and these are two of them. So it gives us a very unique opportunity to sit down and compare finales. But okay, here we go. Let's get into it. And away we fly into... Oh, God, I tried to sing. That's bad. Okay, first off, over here on Doctor Who TV, Ace Mark II. And the only reason I'm putting this up is because they had a couple pictures that weren't on the other sites. Okay, and this is one of them. Okay, a close-up figure shows a black clad Clara firing a unit-issued rocket launcher, which had possibly a Zygon ship. So is Clara working for UNIT in this story, as fans have suspected? For one, that appears to be some type of missile launcher. Matter of fact, it reminds me a lot of almost a Stinger type missile array. Missile array. So not just necessarily a rocket launcher. And the reason why they're calling this Ace Mark II is because if you remember that scene from way back in Remembrance of the Daleks, where Ace fired the RPG, and that was pretty good. Okay, and don't worry, we're going to be checking out these galleries in a second where they lead you to. And this picture, we're going to see a bit more of it here in just a second, okay? And that's thanks to the Hugh Evans Agency. Of course, it's pretty obvious. You have Capaldi here with a parachute, definitely a Union Jack-style parachute. Makes me wonder what's going on, because as you'll see here in a minute, someone else is wearing a parachute, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. First up, over on Wales Online, Peter Capaldi, Jenna Coleman braved the berry breeze as Doctor Who films at the Knap. And hang on, let's go ahead and let's try to take a quick look in the gallery. If you want, you can go to this article. Link below in the description box will take you there. Some really interesting pics here. There's more Jenna with the rocket launcher. Or sorry, that's actually a missile launcher of some type. But well, you know the difference. Okay, there's Capaldi again. Got himself suited up for the weather. There's of course stunt double riding the motorcycle. Here's a beach scene again. Capaldi and them getting set up. There's the motorcycle. Big deal. Okay, let's get to that. Of course, and looky who's there. Ingrid Oliver is Osgood again. I'm wondering just what type of role Osgood's going to play here in these particular episodes. Is she going to be the Zygon Osgood or whatnot? We'll find out later, I guess. Okay, once again, some more setting up. Oh, look, check out my lines here real quick. All right, let's see. All right, same thing with Jenna here. She's got her script in hand. Okay, crew setup and whatnot. And you can see some obvious faces if you look really close. And once again, there's, getting suited up. Ooh, look, somebody's got the check trousers on. Oh, okay. All righty. And keep moving and moving. Once again, another scene with a bike, another scene with the bike. And there's Clara with that missile launcher again. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, moving on. So if you want to go check these out for yourself, they're over here on Wales Online. If I'm right, there's also a short video here to take a look at as well, which also leads me here to the mirror. That's right, Doctor Who filming continues as Peter Capaldi wears a parachute during the beach scene. And here's some more shots of this as well. Another shot. And of course, you can see the Union Jack on the parachute. You know, him take a little walk away. And of course, let's take a quick look in the gallery here real quick. Okay, So if you want to go take a look at these pics, they're right here. And once again, link below in the description box will take you there. Oh, look who else is wearing a parachute, apparently. Guess who that is, kids? Well, you know who that is. See, there's one. She's got the strings already out and whatnot. So I wonder what the parachuting deal is about. Well, we'll find out shortly, I guess. You know, it seems like fall's coming faster than we imagine. Okay, next up. Interesting one over on the Radio Times. I thought it amusing. Billie Piper on why she always playing prostitutes. She goes, I think I'm slightly drawn to this kinds of women amidst the penny dreadful actress, adding that her days of walking the streets are numbered. Now, this could just mean the fact that the show's in its, you know, depending on maybe the limit of the show, or maybe something's going to happen to her character, which was Brona Croft. And if you're watching Penny Dreadful, you'll know what happened to her recently. And no, I will not click on this because I know some of you are fans, but to me, that's, oh gosh, I use that to scare the crows out of the cornfield out back. Okay. Next up over at Radio Times, Russell T Davies, why didn't I think of casting the glorious Peter Capaldi as Doctor Who lead? Now, a lot of people are unaware that, matter of fact, as far back as the TV movie, Peter Capaldi declined the option to audition for the role of the Doctor in the 96 movie, which of course led to Paul McGann getting the role later on. That's a very interesting story. If you get a chance, go ahead and take a look at it. It's pretty funny stuff. Okay, now, he admits that he was envious when he found out Stephen Moffat's choice for the 12th Doctor. Former Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies admits that he felt a pang of regret when Peter Capaldi was cast as the 12th Doctor because he wished he had thought of the Scottish actor for the role when he was in charge of the show. And he goes, he continues to watch the program absolutely religiously and has found that Peter Capaldi's take on the role is glorious. And he goes, I know Peter Capaldi, he did a Doctor Who with us, and he just did a brilliant Torchwood. And when they cast him, I was just envious. I just thought, so brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? Brilliant. Now, for those of you who don't remember, he also played the character in Torchwood, Children of Earth, of, I believe his name was John Frobisher or something like that. And it's a very, very moving role. It was another one of the things that added a really great touch to the Torchwood Miracle Day. It was only a 5-episode, miniseries, but it was, he did an incredible job as that character in it. Okay, next up also, jumping over to Casturberus. Doctor Who is not your role model, so showrunner Steve Moffat. Let's just skip to the skinny here. Okay. Alrighty. All right. The reason the Doctor is mad he's not a role model, we suggest respectfully that it isn't Moffat to decide who is not a role model. But okay, quote. There's an aspect to it where you could say that if you made the Doctor female, you'd lose a fairly unique, rare role model. I'm not sure if I'm completely persuaded by the argument, purely because I don't think the Doctor is the role model of Doctor Who. He isn't, because you can't really base yourself on the Doctor. He's off the spectrum. He's marking mad from space and has lots of different abilities that we do not. How do you base yourself off of that? Now, the role model is actually the other character, his best friend, the person who deals with his out-of-control, overgrown schoolboy racing around the universe, being rather imperious and too interfering for his own good, end quote. So, and then I call it, and it's just interesting the argument they spin around this. Okay. Some relief will come from the end statement, namely that Peter Capaldi isn't going anywhere, so the conversation is moot. So, folks, that ends that speculation that Capaldi's leaving at the end of Series 10. I wish people would get off that already. Okay, wow, Doctor Who Spider-Man crossover was blocked. That's right. All right. All right, top writer Dan Slott has revealed how he spent many years planning a crossover between Doctor Who and legendary Marvel web-slinger Spider-Man. Speaking at the recent Wizard World Philly 2015 event, he recounted how he devoted 5 years to developing this concept, which would apparently have seen Proto-Silurians, Sontarans, and even sonic web shooters realized on the page as the Doctor and Spidey's worlds collided. Sadly, the idea is, according to Slott, pretty much dead, even though the BBC and Doctor Who production team were said to be keen on it. He says it was unspecified reasons which killed the project. So if you want to go a little more into that, if you're into comics, I thought that was pretty interesting there. All right, jumping back over to Doctor Who news. BBC audio releases for May. That's right. This month sees 2 audiobooks released by BBC Audio on the 21st. Adaptation of the the adaptation of one of the final 20th century Doctor Who stories to come out in print, 1979, Season 17 adventure, City of Death, and also an adaptation of the BBC book Last of the Gadarene by Mark Gatiss, originally published in 2000 and again in 2013 as a part of the 50th anniversary collection. Now, City of Death will be out, of course, on 21st. This one's going to be read by Lala Ward. This one's going to be read by Richard Franklin, who you oldsters will remember as Romana, the second incarnation of Romana, and, of course, Captain Yates, respectively. So, the next older novel adaptation to be published will be Paul Cornell's Human Nature on the 20th of August. And they also have a little contest here if you want to get a chance to win a copy of these. Just go here, read the instructions, follow them, and then there's even addresses and all that you can contact to get into that, okay? All right, jumping on over to Doctor Who, the Doctor Who Figurine Collection. The latest issues of the magazine, the Doctor Who Figurine Collection, are hitting shops now. Issue 46 comes with the figurine of Cassandra from New Earth. 47 features the third Doctor, is played by John Pertwee. For full details, visit the website here. There's a link you can click on. And, of course, this gives you a good look at the things. If you want to click, you can enlarge these, and you'll get a better look. The Pertwee one looks pretty awesome. It's not too bad, actually. Okay, and, of course, oops, sorry, wrong page, but keep in mind, this is over on the Whovians podcast, Blogspot. This weekend, Arrow versus Flash on the Omega Files. I'm hoping we get plenty of folks to join us because this is a chance to jump out of genre and do something a little bit different. I am hoping later this year to do a Walking Dead cast before about the last season of Walking Dead, and maybe looking forward to the next season before we get to the new series of Doctor Who. I'm just going to see if I can figure out a way to schedule it far enough in advance that folks can get enough time to sit back, prepare, maybe get a chance to go back and watch all the episodes of the last season. That way they can get prepared for that podcast. All right, give them ample time to do it. So keep your eyes peeled on you. If you already have Series 5 of The Walking Dead, you may want to keep an eye on it, okay, because that might be coming up, in the next couple months. Okay, folks, well, that's all I got for you tonight. Once again, it was just a really, really great day. I cannot complain. I got the day ordered off. I took the day off from work. I had already had it prearranged. I got to interview Sophie Aldred, and then, of course, this coming weekend, I have another 3-day weekend due to Memorial Day. So, or is it Labor Day? I always get those two mixed up. Oh, well. And it's sad, too, because Memorial Day is such an important day. Oh, well. But until next time, guys, I'll catch you all later. See you on the flip side. Dr. Freedom out. Have a good one.